Representing Cal State Fullerton, head coach Rick Vanderhook. Starting pitcher today, Connor Siebold, and the designated hitter, David Almeida Barrera. Coach, if you'd begin with an opening statement.
We got beat. That's the way I look at it. We didn't lose. We got beat. We came out and then put a little charge on them, and then kind of died offensively. And they had one inning where they did about the same thing, but extended it a little longer. So we played 2 games here and didn't lose one. We got beat twice, and I can live with that. We didn't beat ourselves at all. They were more physical than us. So we've talked about that a little bit. We need to change a few things. But, flat out, LSU beat us.
As I open the floor to questions, a reminder, please silence your phones, return off all video recording devices, and introduce yourself as well as the agency you represent. In the back.
Steve Sellner, NCAA.com. Rick, what kind of problems or what kind of challenges does Bregman for LSU present, especially moving him up to the top of the lineup that they did? He had a good day and got on base a lot to start some innings off.
He actually got on base, I think, his first 4 times up. I think Paul put him there because he's had not a very good postseason, to try to get him to let it go a little bit early. He presents problems. He gets on the base, creates havoc. But I don't think he hurt us. He didn't do anything, in my opinion, to hurt us. It was the other guys in the middle of the order that did some damage as we were going, trying to get that thing stopped. But he's a good player.
John.
John Manuel, Baseball America, for the 2 players. So you guys played 2 SEC powers, played them tough, lost both games. How do you guys measure your club against those clubs? What do you think Fullerton needs to do differently in the future to win those games instead of getting beat, as Coach said?
David, could you address the question first?
Yeah. I think, like our coach said, we need to get more physical. Just standing on the line next to those guys, I mean, there's an obvious difference. You guys probably all see it. And so that's something we're going to really work on next year for sure. And I really think we went toe-to-toe with those guys, though. Being from the Big West and not the powerhouse SEC like you call it, I thought we handled our own.
Connor, do you have anything to add?
I agree. If there's anywhere we need to improve for next year, it's physicality. Yeah, that's about it. That's what I feel.
Aaron
Fitt, D1 Baseball. David, you guys jumped on Lang pretty good there in the first inning, and then, of course, everything kind of shifted. How were you able to get to him early, and what happened differently after that?
Fastballs is what he threw in the beginning, and we were really committed to that. After that, I think we got away from it a little bit when he started throwing more off speed. We chased it, and none of it was really for a strike. Kind of chased it, and I mean, I know I did, and some of my teammates did as well, and I think they just stayed with their approach better than we did today.
in the back.
Hi, Marcia Smith, Orange County Register, for Dobb. Could you talk about just the shifts that your team has gone through in these last couple games? It just seems like you had one bad inning a lot of times when the other team was able to just capitalize and things just switched so quickly.
I think that's just baseball. It's a game of momentum, and when a team can get momentum and they run with it, it can be a dangerous thing. I think that's just what happened to us at times.
James.
James Spears, Daily Reveille. Connor, did the LSU lineup just start to figure you out in the third inning, or was it, they just jumped on some pitches after they, seen you a couple times?
I think they jumped on some pitches. I didn't have my best stuff today. I was having trouble finding the strike zone. Couldn't get out pitches down in the zone. Just they were taking advantage of the mistakes I made, and they did a good job of that.
Bob.
Coach Don Bowen, Omaha Sun-Times. Have a going into the first inning, you guys had a great offensive outing, 3 runs, 4 hits. What did you say to your team to kind of get them charged up for the game?
No comment.
We'll take 2 more questions.
I don't want to tell you what I said.
Here in the third row.
Shotgun Spratland, Los Angeles Times. Rick, how do you assess the season as a whole?
We're in Omaha. You know, it's a success. I told our guys at the end, us and Arkansas are done. But at the end, ultimately, there's only going to be one team happy. That's just the way it goes in these tournaments and at the end of the year in every sport, with the exception of football, even though they think they have a championship game. Ask TCU. But, you know, everybody's going to go home. There's going to be only one champion at the end. You know, you've seen us play a lot. You know, Kendall quit calling me like a long time ago. I've teased him about it. But, you know, we started off rocky. But then as it went along the road, you know, we've gotten toe-to-toe with everybody. Louisville's as good as any of those teams that we just played. But fortunately enough, we pitched a little better and put a few more runs on the board. It's like the ball Steve hit yesterday, that ball's in the bullpen. Today it's not. That's baseball. But, you know, when you're one of the final 8 teams in the country in the middle of USA, they're going to be disappointed. But, you know, when it all said and done, they got to play in the College World Series, and that's a big deal.
And our final question, Scooter.
Scooter Hobbs, Lake Charles, American Press. Coach, from your standpoint, what was Lang doing different after the first inning?
I don't know if it was much. I don't know if it was as much what he was doing as it was what we were doing. If we would take a strike, we would swing at the next pitch. You know, the change, I think it was the change that he went to late in the game. The bottom was dropping out of it. It's, you know, for me, we were chasing everything down. And, you know, the fastball is pretty straight for me. It's a hittable fastball. It's not Birdie or some of those guys that we've seen in this run. But we chased too much. I mean, that was the bottom line. We swung at pitches that you can't hit and took pitches you could hit. We got chasing our tail and never got it stopped.
On behalf of the NCAA, I'd like to congratulate Cal State Fullerton on a wonderful season and thank the student athletes as well as Coach Vanderhook for joining us. If you have additional questions, please coordinate with the sports information representative, Michael Greenlee, outside the room. Thank you again. Congratulations, Coach. You're good. People have kicked it every time. Okay. Right. Representing LSU, head coach Paul Maneri. Cade Savicki, Alex Lang, and Alex Bregman. Coach, if you'd begin with an opening statement.
First of all, the correct pronunciation is Civic, not Savicki. Okay.
I apologize.
That's okay. It's been butchered worse than that, I'm sure. Well, obviously, the understatement of the day is that we're so happy to get a win finally at TD Ameritrade Park. It's a beautiful ballpark in a wonderful city, but it was like it was a curse on the LSU Tigers for a couple of years. Just to get a victory is very relieving, I would say is probably the right word, but great ball game. I mean, obviously the story of the game was this young right-handed pitcher on our team who's been just absolutely terrific all year. He just put the team on his shoulders after a rough first inning. Listen, I thought he made good pitches in the first inning, and they just did a good job against him. The three-hole hitter smoked that one in the gap, and then they, had a fortuitous chopper through the right side that set something up. They executed a safety squeeze. They did some good things. It wasn't so much that he was making bad pitches, but I just think the true character of a player shows when they get knocked on the ground like he did in the first inning, and then he just regrouped, never lost his confidence, never lost his aggressiveness, continued pitching, and the next 8 innings, I think they had 2 hits against him. He ended up striking out 10. It was great to see Bregman have a big game. It was great to see Laird have a big game. Cade's been so outstanding for us all year. We had 13 hits. Unfortunately, we only scored 5 runs, so we made it a little bit tougher on Alex than it needed to be. We need to take advantage of a few more opportunities that we did have, and we'll have to do better as we go forward if we want to continue to play. But we'll take the win. We're not going to critique too much of it today. We're just happy to win a game.
We'll open the floor to questions. We'll start with Don.
Don Bowen, Omaha Sun-Times. Alex, when you were, after the first inning, you gave up 3 runs, 4 hits. What did you do to kind of calm down and get back into your groove?
I wasn't really nervous or anything or amped up. I left a couple pitches up, and they do what good hitters do, and they hit the ball. So I just kind of took a step back and regrouped in the dugout and just really focused on I need to go out there and execute my pitches. Just hit my spots where Coach Dunn and Cade calls them, and leave the rest up to the defense. And they've been great all year. So pitching with that defense behind me makes it really easy.
James.
James Pierce, Daily Reveille. Coach changed the lineup, wore gold jerseys. You're even wearing a jersey today. Was this was it a mojo thing? What was the method behind that?
Well, we didn't have a choice of the dugout. We did change the jersey for mojo, okay? And I did wear a jersey at the request of the players. I hadn't worn a jersey in a while, and they've been trying to get me to wear a jersey all year. So desperate times call for desperate measures. So I said, what do we got to lose? We'll see if it helps. As far as changing the lineup, that was done for the purpose of us doing better. And, we put a lot of thought into that. What happened there was I really thought whether we were playing Vanderbilt. See, we practiced yesterday before Vanderbilt and Fullerton had finished their game. So we didn't know who we were playing. So we obviously didn't know who was pitching against us. But I guessed that we would either see Pfeiffer or Gavin, lefty or lefty. And we've been starting the games with 2 left-handed hitters and haven't been getting a great production out of leadoff spot. So I was telling Alex when he was taking ground balls yesterday, that we need to do something about the top of the order. And so Alex was like, I'd like to lead off. And I said, well, that's what I was hoping you would say. But I didn't really want to move him out of the 3-hole because he's been there all year and he's our dude, And so when he was excited about it, I thought, okay, that's what I wanted to do. Well, then what happens is we kind of get thrown a curveball, and they throw the right-hander against us. So he sends me a text message last night. Am I still leading off? So he was excited about it. And I really felt that we just needed a spark at the top of the order. And who's a tougher out than Alex Bregman? I didn't expect him necessarily to get 4 hits, but I thought he would make the pitcher work. I thought he wouldn't strike out. I thought he'd give you a good quality at bat, make their pitcher work hard right there in the first inning. As it turns out, he had a big day. Unfortunately, he let off 3 innings with base hits, but he only scored in 1 of those innings. That's where I'm telling you we need to finish off some rallies as we go forward.
Steve Sundler, NCAA.com. My question's for Alex. Piggybacking off that, Alex, how does your mindset change at the top of the order, and just describe your comfort level in that spot. Is that something you would like to continue to do the rest of this CWS year?
I would just like to win wherever I need to hit in the lineup. Whatever works. Whether I'm hitting first or ninth, as long as we win, I'll be happy. I felt comfortable up there. Was just trying to square balls up and put together quality at bats and just find ways on base and try and create some offense. We wanted to kind of get our swagger back offensively. We've had a really good offense all year long, and it's coming.
Aaron.
Aaron Fitt, D1 baseball for Alex Bregman and Cade. What was the mood kind of like, after they jumped on you guys there in the first inning? I mean, did you have any of that, here we go again, it's TD Ameritrade, we can't win here, or were you kind of feeling confident knowing you had Lang out there and an offense that could put up runs in a hurry?
Cade, can you actually begin with this question?
Yeah, I mean, first thing is don't press. I mean, we had a long game left behind us. We knew Alex was going to go out there and compete for us. We have a good lineup. We have a good offense, and we just trust ourselves and try to hit the ball.
Alex, anything to add?
Yeah, I mean, when you have one of the best pitchers in the country throwing for you, who's going to compete for us, we know that we needed to compete for him, and you had to score runs to win games anyway. So once they put up 3, we knew we'd have to score to win if we wanted to, and we wanted to do it big offensively. We didn't do it as big as we wanted to, but that'll come, and we're just happy to come away with the win.
In the back.
Rich Kipis, Omaha World Herald. Paul, you seemingly left Alex alone in that first inning, and freshman first start in Omaha. Was that built out of trust over what you've seen through this season with him?
When you say left him alone, you mean left him in the game?
No, not many trips out or.
Well, Alan Dunn went out and talked to him early in the inning, just to make sure that he, kept his focus and didn't panic. But I wasn't worried about Alex Lang at all. This kid is so mature and poised, and I think he knew he was making good pitches. I mean, the second batter of the game, he threw a beautiful first pitch curveball to him, and then he had him an 0-2 count. I think he was trying to waste a pitch. Probably didn't put it exactly where he wanted, and the kid got a base hit. And then the next kid, he threw a first pitch fastball. It was probably 92, and the kid is a really good hitter. He turned on it, and they got a run, and now they got a runner, at third, and stuff. Those kind of things happen. He has shown us all year that he's not going to ever throw in the towel. He's going to fight you right to the very end, and he's the ultimate competitor, besides having a lot of ability. So I really wasn't worried about it. Let me add to Aaron what he asked the players. Just so you know, we had a stretch. I don't remember the exact stats, but I want to say we fell behind in 7 of 8 SEC games in a row or something, and we came back and won virtually all of them. So there was really no panic in our dugout at all. We knew we had the capability. It may have been a little bit of a wake-up call because we haven't been swinging the bats great for the last few weeks, and all of a sudden that third inning you started to see what we were capable of doing. We strung some stuff together, and once we got the lead, once you give Alex Lang a lead, man, he's tough, boy. I wouldn't want to hit against him.
In the back.
For Alex Lang, as the game goes on and you get deep into that 7th, 8th, 9th inning, what's your mentality knowing that you've gone the distance before, you're capable of doing that, and you personally want to finish the job?
What's my mindset? Finish it, win the game. There's nothing more to that. Just you're not overthinking anything. You're not thinking about what's going on after, or just finish it at all costs. These guys picked me up big time. Giving me 4 runs in the third, and that kind of settled me down and really, had me focus up again. So just going out there and finish it. I know we have, 2 of the best relievers in the country, and Pearson and Bug out there, and I know they have my back if I run into trouble. But when you're out there, you want to finish it, and that was just my mindset that I'm going to finish this game.
We'll take Glenn's questions plus 2 following.
Me? Okay. Glenn Gilbo from Gannett. Alex, now that you got the win out of the way, what do you think of possibly playing 3 games through Saturday? What are your chances, you think, of getting that far?
You're directing it to Alex Bregman?
To Alex Bregman.
Okay.
Our chances? I think I'm very confident in our team. I think all of us are very confident in each other. I think that we're going to take it one game at a time and try and win one more first. We can't really be thinking ahead at all. There are too many good teams in this tournament to do that. And if we just focus on winning tomorrow, or winning Thursday, we're still gonna have our work cut out for us. But we're gonna battle and fight till the end and leave it all out on that field.
Second row.
Scott Rapollet from the Baton Rouge Advocate for Alex Lang. Having grown up relatively close to here, obviously everybody dreams about pitching in the majors, but did this pitching here mean a lot to you, a chance to do that? And now that you've done it, how do you think you might reflect on your first College World Series start when you're an old guy like us?
This was a blast. This was a lot of fun. Growing up, only 3 hours away in Kansas City. This is something every kid dreams of, is to play in the College World Series, and being able to go out there and play in it is kind of a dream come true. It was a lot of fun, especially with the group of guys that we have, how close-knit we are, and just being able to share that moment with them and moving on. That's pretty cool. So I'm really happy to experience that, but I'm more happy that we won and that we're moving on. And so I'm ready for Thursday to get back out there.
And our final question up front here, James.
James Peters, Daily Reveille. Cade, I know y'all had 2 singles in that 3rd inning, but then you came up and got the big RBI single. Do you feel like that was the momentum shift y'all needed on offense when you got that base hit?
No, I mean, I wouldn't say that was the thing. Our guys were going up there trying to hit the ball hard, trying to hit the ball through the infield. And we were fortunate enough to string a few hits together and score a few runs, so that helped us out.
I'd like to thank the LSU student athletes and Coach Maneri for joining us. LSU will be back in action on Thursday at 7 p.m. If you have individual interviews, please coordinate with the Sports Information Director, Bill, outside the room.